Good morning. This is Susan, and this is Susan Trembling's. I have several recipes for you today. Yes, we will go back to the basics, but I decided to break it up with recipes for a while. These are in no particular order. They came out of my vinyl books. I have 3 big vinyl notebooks filled with protective sheets and the recipes. That's not all the recipes, okay? So here, I took these out in no particular order. So here we go. Cattle drive stew. 1/2 pound ground beef, salt and pepper to taste. 1/3 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1/3 teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. 1/3 onion chopped. 1/3 red pepper, bell pepper chopped. 1 celery stalk chopped. 1 large baking potato cubed. 1/3 cup sliced carrots. 1 can of condensed tomato soup. 1 soup can of warm water. 1 can of whole corn drained. 1 can of beans drained and rinsed. That would be kidney beans, black beans, navy beans, so forth. Not your green beans. In a Dutch oven, brown ground beef. Season with the seasonings. Drain your grease if necessary. Combine all the other ingredients and simmer until the veggies are tender. A very simple, very easy recipe, and it makes a lot, okay? The next one is, I got these, as we go, old-fashioned custard pie. 1 unbaked pie shell, 3 eggs, 1/2 cup sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 2/3 cup of milk, 2 2/3 cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Beat the eggs slightly. Add sugar, salt, nutmeg, and milk. Mix thoroughly. Pour into a pie shell. Bake for 35 to 40 minutes. Remove from the oven and cool. Sprinkle top with nutmeg. Okay, there's that one. That's an old one. This one we skipped by. I have them back to back, as you can tell. Tomato soup cake. Set recipe from the 1920s. 1 box of spice cake mix. 1 can of tomato soup. 1/2 cup of water. 2 cups of eggs. I should say this soup, instead of being a 1920 recipe, it is based on a 1920 recipe. They made their own spice cake. They didn't have spice cake mix at that time. Heat your oven to 350 degrees. Lightly grease and flour 2 round cake pans or a 13 by 9 inch pan. Combine the cake mix, the soup, the water, and the eggs. Mix according to the package directions. Pour the batter into the pans. Bake for 25 minutes or until cake test done. It's a very moist cake. Okay? Amy's cinnamon bread. 1 cup of butter softened. 2 cups of sugar. 2 eggs. 2 cups of buttermilk. Or remember, you can make your own sour milk and that by adding vinegar or by lemon juice. 4 cups of flour. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And then you have your cinnamon sugar mixture, which is 2/3 cup sugar, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Cream together the butter, 2 cups of sugar, and eggs. Add buttermilk, flour, and baking soda. Put 1/2 of the batter, or a little less, into two greased loaf pans. 1/4 of the batter in each pan. Mix in a separate bowl the 2/3 cup sugar and cinnamon. Sprinkle the cinnamon sugar mixture, 3/4 of the mixture, on the top of the batter in each pan. Add the remaining batter to the pan. Sprinkle with the remainder of the sugar cinnamon mixture. Swirl in with a knife. Bake for 45 to 50 minutes or until a toothpick test done. Cool in the pan 20 minutes before moving to a wire rack. Soft crust egg custard pie. 4 eggs, 1 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/2 cup of self-rising flour. And remember, you make yourself, if you don't have self-rising flour, and I don't, I make my own as I need it. It's 1 cup of all-purpose flour, plus 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, plus 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That's how you make your self-rising flour. 1 3/4 cups of milk. Soften your butter. Preheat oven to 350 degrees. Mix the butter, sugar, and flour. Add the eggs. Gradually add the milk and the vanilla. Pour into a large ungreased pie plate. Sprinkle with nutmeg or cinnamon if desired. Bake at 350 degrees for 35 minutes or until firm in the middle. Old-fashioned dumplings. 2 cups of flour. 4 teaspoons of baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 2 tablespoons of butter or lard. 3/4 cups of milk. Rub the shortening into part of the flour, and use the milk to make a stiff dough if rolling out. If dropping the dumplings by spoon, do not make the dough so stiff. Cover and cook for 12 to 15 minutes slowly. Do not stir or remove cover until ready to serve. If you want to roll them out and cut them out like noodles, you can, but I usually just dump them or drop them. Cheesy potato soup. 1/2 cup of carrots chopped. 1/4 cup of onions chopped. 1/2 cup of celery chopped. 3 cups of potatoes diced. 1 teaspoon of parsley. 1 cup of water. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper. 1 chicken bouillon cube. 2 tablespoons of flour. 1.5 cups of milk. 1/2 pound processed cheese or Velveeta cheese, diced. Combine the carrots, onions, and celery, potatoes, parsley, water, salt, pepper, bouillon cube. Cook until the veggies are tender. Blend together the flour and the milk in a separate bowl. Add to the veggies, stirring constantly until the soup thickens. When the soup is thickened, add the processed cheese. Stir until all cheese is melted. 1920s tea room lemon pound cake. This is from the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in New York. 3 cups of all-purpose flour. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. 3/4 teaspoon of salt. 3 cups of sugar. 1 cup of butter at room temperature. 1/2 cup of shortening or lard at room temperature. 5 eggs. 1 cup of whole milk. 6 tablespoons of lemon juice. 1 lemon zested. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Spray or butter and flour 2 loaf pans or 1 large bundt cake pan. Sift the flour, baking powder, and salt into a medium bowl. Set aside. Using an electric mixer, cream together the butter, shortening, and sugar. Add the eggs one at a time, beating well until well blended. After each one, add the dry ingredients and 3 additions to butter mixture alternately with the milk, beginning and ending with the flour mixture. Beat at low speed just until blended after each addition. Mix in the lemon juice and the zest. Pour batter into prepared pans. Bake for almost 55 minutes or until test done. Cool cake in pans for 15 minutes. Remove from pan and place on wire rack to cool completely. That's your tea cake, lemon pound cake, tea room, lemon pound cake. And my last one, noodles. 2 cups of flour, 2 eggs well beaten, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of cold water added to the eggs, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Mix all your ingredients together, roll out thin, allow to dry. Roll over sheet and cut fine. Add to the boiling water and cook slowly for 15 minutes. That's it for today. Have a great day. We'll see you later. God bless you.